Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Yes, we're back to WhatsMap officially now. The best map name experiment has been trialled, and after a few days of success, it's leveled out to basically where we were before. So if we're going to be where we were before, we may as well use the old name, and I'm going to stick with it. So WhatsMap it is. Now it's Monday, we are back at the top of the workshop, going to be looking at the top performing map by one of the very top creators. But before we do that, I want to take a little look at a promo video of a map that we won't actually be reviewing on the show, but I do want you to take a look at it. It's by one of those creators that is just outside of the top tier. According to your average ratings on the viewer's choice, they are ranked 22 of the top creators on the workshop, so they're doing quite well. This one, a few of you may recognise already, a few of you will already have subscribed. It's based on a height map from Australia, but then a little bit of a fictional twist being thrown on it. The creator you've probably heard of by the name of BonBonB. Yes, it's my new map. One that was created in my new show 90-Minute Map Attack, which is exclusive to members only and to BonBon Buddies on Patreon. Now, you don't need to be a member to actually play the map. It is free to play over on the workshop right now. The height map was taken from a little bit of central Australia, well, Western Australia actually, just about 20 or 30 kilometres west of Alice Springs. I've used the red theme, the Sedona theme by, I think it was Ronic69, and we're also using the Relight Warm LUT as well to really bring out those reds. I wanted to do something a little bit outside my comfort zone in my very first 90-minute map. Remember, this map was built in literally 90 minutes from start to finish, no editing beyond, so it was a speed build. I didn't get to go to the next level, and because it was a speed build, I don't think it's fair that I do this map as a map review, or any of the maps from the show as a map review on this show. Just want to point it out to you so you can go and take a little look at it yourself if you want to. I think it came out quite well. Anyway, that's my little promo video out of the way, and we can get on and do a proper map review. Now, what do you think? Okay, so this map, very much one of the top creators. They're not one of these guys that's sitting outside of the top 20. Oh, no, no, no. One of the very best. But before we do that, we must have somewhere a daily reminder. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for that support, and of course for subscribing to my map. But first of all, you should subscribe to this one. It's the Oasis by IhmeHihhuli trademark. Yes, good old Ihme is back with another splendid map. They are all going to be splendid maps from Ihme. They don't know how to make a bad one. There's your start square, plenty enough build space there. The highway does run through the middle, but you can build a bridge over it, surely. Terrain heights look like that. It all tapers down into a lovely lake area there. And then resources, it's basically ore. There is oil, fertile land and whatever around there as well, but it is mostly ore. Fishing, if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, you've got anchovy in the lake and salmon in the rivers. Okay. Off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it's no DLC required today, and there is no or is there about it. We'll be using the Springwood map theme. Network extensions 2 is required. We've got a few trees to subscribe to, and we are going to be using the Relight 3 Cali LUT, which will bring out the desertiness of the map very nicely indeed. So, Ihme is back, and we can concentrate on another. Ironic that we have two desert maps in the same show. It wasn't actually part of the plan. This is just the way that it's happened. But this is a desert map that does have a rich lushness as we get down away from the edge of the map in towards the middle of the map. And we've got that lovely lake in the middle where there's a lot of greenery going on. And of course, this desert is, well, much less red than somebody else's desert. Anyway, yes, so we've got an absolute beauty of a map here. I'm going to tell you right now that other than personal opinions, there's only one thing that I can find wrong with the map. Only one thing. And when I say only one thing, it might only be on my system. It might only, always the case, whenever I find something that glitches or whatever, it might just be on my system. And the glitching issue that I've got on this one is something that I could imagine would only be on certain people's systems. That said, I've only got my own system to report on, so I have to basically say it as I find it, unless I have the proof otherwise, like we had that the glitching in last week's, where it was quite clearly a BonBonB system issue, because, well, Biffa, I went and checked Biffa's map build, and there was no glitching on that one, so it was definitely just my system. Don't know what caused it to this day, but there we are. Oh yes, and now we've got some really nice little feature areas, like the rock work here. I mean, you don't need to have good rock work here, and yet we have. It looks great, and we have a new meme to throw in here. Yes, we are rocking and holing, Yes, that rock gets used way too much by way too many people, but on this map, I think only just the once, and I'm okay with that. If you want to use that rock, or the Essential Lighthouse, or everybody's favourite factory on your map, go ahead and do it, if it's good effect. If you use the same feature rock like that time and time again, then it's going to be noticeable. If you use some non-feature rocks, like plain average flat ones, or just the gravelly type ones, nobody's going to know if you use the same thing over again. But when you use something very distinctive, it's going to be noticeable. And so it's, yeah, used to good effect there. I'm not marking the map down for that, but it is a little new show meme. Okay, this intersection is glorious and a little bit crazy at the same time. We have the two highways running in, merging in together. One of them is going to branch off into the start square, and the other three will go off to the edges of the map. It's very nicely done. Cannot grumble about this at all. We got the national road coming off of here with the split lane, and it's just very sick. I expected to find a little bit of stress or strain on these junctions where it's been pushed really tight. Down here into the start square, this is where your start square is. Plenty enough build space there to get started, and plenty on the other side of the highway as well. I was a little bit worried about this. I have tested it and it builds fine. I know we've got a hill directly in front of it, but it levels out fine, it looks fine, it doesn't force any glitching, and it's just very nicely done. Right, if we go back that way, that's the other junction off that way, and we head off into the desert. And if we head off this way, this is going to take us across the map. I think this is probably the most fun routes that we can take. So anyway, plenty of lush ground around here as well. If you don't want to be building in deserts, we've got all this lovely green land, and well, the tree painting is absolutely fine. I have no problem with the tree painting. We've got a lot of low poly trees, and we've got the stone pine set as well, which I've got to be honest, of all the sets on the workshop, I think Mr. Mazon's stone pine set is my personal favourite. Probably because it was the first proper set. I mean, not the first set, but the first feature. We'll go feature set. The first feature set of trees that I saw on the workshop was the stone pine set, and it's just got a... It's attached itself to my heart, and I've used it in a couple of park assets myself, so yeah, got to say, I do love the stone pine set. They are slightly higher poly, but I don't have a problem with that, and if you unsubscribe from them, then it won't really affect the map too much. I wouldn't have thought that much, to be honest with you. We go into a tunnel. Where's it come out? Oh, it's over here. The tunnel comes out over here. As you'll see, we'll have a little feature area on the right, which we'll come and have a proper look at in the second half of the show. But yes, you'll notice we've got some pools and some factory units. What sort of factory units? What might they be? I don't know. Anyway, and then we head off towards the edge of the map. So we can have a look at the rail, and this is a map with rail as well, with a couple of little feature dots plopped in as well. There's where the rail comes in, but where does it actually come in? If we have a look out there, there's no clues as to where it starts. It does the same on the other side of the map, and we will have a little look at the other side of the map. Well, when we get over there, we'll have a look at that. Of course, the rail is going to be absolutely perfectly beautiful because it's IhmeHihhuli. You know, when you get to the very top pristine creators, say the top dozen, I think Immy's got. If Immy isn't in the top dozen, I don't know who deserves to be in the top dozen, right? When you get creators like Immy, you just know that there's not really going to be... You might get a bit of a weird glitch or something. Where tunnel comes out over here. You might get a weird glitch or something, or just something unusual or an oversight. But generally, your standards are going to be stock standards, no problems with them. You'd be quite happy. A good rock work around the rail there as well. Really liking that. It just makes good features of the feature areas. And again, the shrubs, when we fly out away from the grassy fertile areas, it's just lightly dotted in a way that, do you know what, I can buy into. I'm quite happy with this. It could have very easily be over or even underdone. And I think we've just about got the balance about right. So all of the credit there. So heading off towards the edge of the map now. All is going to be very good and lovely as we bend around. We've got the tunnel here. And now it goes underground to the edge of the map. And if we find where it joins on the edge of the map, the clue would be these rocks, I feel. And yes, these rocks have been used to hide the hole on the edge of the map, basically. Can we dive in under them? Can't get the camera under them, but if we pull to one side, we absolutely can see down the side there. Right, anyway, so, right, back to me. More important things is me. Is that tree? No, it's fine. It's fine.
Don't be shy, 'cause I think you're beautiful, and I won't let you forget it. Don't be late, but I'll wait, and life won't bring you down too far, 'cause I just won't let it.
And back to the Oasis by IhmeHihhuli. We don't have any shipping routes on the map. Well, we do have a couple of air routes, both of them dead ends. This is the slightly longer one, so there's that one, but not really too much to talk about in terms of external extra routes, because it's the kind of map that doesn't really need a shipping route. Well, it'd be very hard to have a shipping route, really. We have water flow going. This is your start square area here, so we have water pushing through into the lake. So that is good if you need that. But if you don't, we can see we've got some pipes down already. And we've already seen there are some solutions already in place. Like over here we have this dam. And we've got the sewage outlets going on there. And we have again over here, we've got all these little pools with sewage outlets going on. So you've got sewage sorted, basically. No problem at all. It's just a question of where you're going to get the fresh water from. And that is completely up to you. We've got a couple of extra rivers, and they look very nice. I'm not going to say that they're the most exciting, but I don't think they're meant to be the most exciting. They do exactly what they do. They look realistic and they fit with the map. And why would they want to look exciting? They wouldn't. It's not that sort of map. We've got the desert areas, and we're using the Springwood theme. And this isn't sand. This is ore painting. And you have a look at the old dry, broken up, bone dry. I just love this. This choosing Springwood and then going with ore, meaning that you can actually mine any part of the desert part of the map, and it would just work. That's really, really good thinking. Heading over this way, yes, we have this water feature area over here. Let's take a little look over here at these. We've got the 5 pools where you'll be pumping your sewage into. We've got fencing around the outside just to protect everybody. We have everybody's favourite factories, not 1, but 2. Lovely. And again, they work really well on this particular map. And then, if we head over here, we've got a little feature area road. This isn't actually connected to anything right now. You could easily build a road across to connect to it. We've got the pier, which clips very nicely into terrain. Quite happy with that. And then we've got this little road that's going to... we won't be able to follow it all the way because it will go through a tunnel. But I thought, let's get down to ground level where you can appreciate things like the stone pine set and some of the rock placement along here, along the side of the road as well. While we're down here, we can just appreciate how nice this map is. Let's just say it's a nice map. I'm buying into it very much so. We head up the hill. We will get to, when we get to the tunnel, I'm going to have to lift off the, you can see the tunnel up ahead. I'm going to lift up off, and then we'll do a flyover. We'll have the dam, and that'll be the dam with the sewage outlets on the other side. I'm going to show you again for quality of the detailing again down here. Little things that could have just been completely ignored. Like again, there's your dam coming across here, and we've got these sewage outlets, and we've got 5 of them. And look at the placements of these sewage outlets compared to these beams. Absolutely spot on, lined up. Many a lesser creator wouldn't have bothered with that. And using the vanilla keys underneath as well. Great rock work here. I'm really buying into that. That looks absolutely stunning. And then we can follow the road right the way to the end, where we've got a little picnicky area as well. And I'm all for that. That looks pretty good. And again, great rock work going on there as well. Really like it. Now, I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, I did say something about a bit of glitching, didn't I? Let me show you this. A little bit unusual. Don't think we've seen it on the map before. But you see these little lines going on here, going up, climbing up the hill. These are from the dam. They've been used to hide a supply of electricity, or electricity, as I usually say, from the power from the wind turbines up here. And because the dam doesn't work actually as a dam, there's not enough of a drop, but it certainly works to control the water. But for me, I can see those lines. I don't know if it's just my system or whether it's everybody's, but hey ho, back to the start square for an asset of the day. And this one, this was my choice of all of the assets off the workshop this week. I think this is great. It's one from Eligios, or Eligios maybe, by Eligios. One or the other, make up your mind, BonBonB. It's 21 Victoria Street, and I just love the design of this building. Seems to be, what happened with my building placement? I seem to be elevated. I'm just going to move it to level that down, I think. And while I'm doing that, I shall read you a factoid because factoids. Factoid because factoids. We've got, according to Time magazine in 1969, there was a metal worker. Yeah, that's the word. I can't read that word. David Renwick in Sheffield, England, who basically worked full-time making iron chastity belts to order. What a great job. David Renwick, I imagine, probably passed on by now. If you're still with us, David, I take that back. But yes, what a job making chastity belts for a living. Right, 21 Victoria Street by Eligios. Definitely my favourite new asset of the week. Really like that one. Good work. And then back to the map and your chance to give your opinion of the map. Is it a 1-star map, a 5-star map, or is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click the I button now in the top right corner of your screen. Take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, or even a free Patreon account. What do I think of today's map? Well, obviously, I really like it. I've made that quite clear. It is a very nice map. Design-wise, I think it's got good design. I'm liking the shape of the lake. I'm liking a lot about it. Am I feeling the vibe of a 5-star map out of it? I'm not, but that doesn't mean it's not great. Okay, 5 is only for what is perfection, cannot be improved upon further. I don't know what more I would do with this personally, but I'm going to give it a very strong 4. Detailing, if anything, I'd just like to see a little bit more. If anything. The standards are all there. Of course, it's at least 4 stars. Again, I just don't feel a 5th star. I've got to go for 4 stars for detail. Gameplay potential. I was erring on 5 stars for this, but my instinct tells me it's a once-through play. But it'd be a bloody good once-through play. I'm going to go for a high 4, but only because I don't see myself playing it twice. The Oasis by IhmeHihhuli trademark. That is a really nice start to the week, a really nice deserty map, and definitely gets a BonBonB seal of approval. There is no argument there, I don't think, from anybody. Really, really lovely map. Good work, Immy. Keep them coming. It's very entertaining, if nothing else. And yes, I probably will at some point build something on that map because it is very nice indeed. But I'll probably only build once. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. If you're still here, you are part of the 20 and Out Elite, the exclusive motley crew that make it to the last 20 seconds and take the time to write the word of the day into the comments as part of a sentence if you can. And we'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. What's Map is back.